Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever you are watching this, know that I appreciate you. It is Jay, and I'd like to welcome you to another day in the daily life of Jay. It is a beautiful morning. Turn that off altogether. It's a beautiful morning. It is Thursday. I think July 9th. I think it's July 9th. Yeah. Thursday, July 9th, 2020. And it is 7:01 in the a.m. And I am headed to work. I'm headed to work. But I've got to stop by the... good gracious, grocery store to get my breakfast, my cereal. They're renovating this church and turning it into apartments, and so every morning that I drive by, there are trucks in the parking lot of people working on it. I know that. But then today there are also two police cars out there. Not cars, but the SUVs out there. So that's a little strange. And this huge truck. So I don't know if they're investigating the truck or if the truck is delivering something to the church and they wanted police escort. I don't know. But whatever the case, it's just kind of weird to see. But yeah, I've got to go to the grocery to get my cereal because I think I'm down to maybe one bowl. Ooh, honey, let's turn that here down. And I need to get my cereal before I don't have any, and I'm going to do it now. So that I can also get some water because we need water. Today is going to be a hot day for us here in the good old DFW area. We are looking at the mid to high 90s with a feels like temperature of anywhere from 107 to 109 for the rest of this week, which means today, tomorrow, Saturday, and I think also Sunday. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting 4 days here in Texas. I didn't work yesterday, and I needed some rest, so I did rest. And I didn't go to work not because I needed rest, but I didn't go to work because Wednesday is now a day off for me. But I needed some rest, so I didn't get moving. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn that off altogether because it is jacking with my allergies right now. Jacking with my sinuses right now. So I needed some rest, so I didn't get a whole lot done in the morning. But when I did get up, I got up, oh great, and they're cutting the grass, I forgot. So that's just gonna make it worse. It's a catch-22 right now, man. But when I did get up, I started cleaning my house. My living room was a hot mess. My kitchen is better. It's not 100% where I would like for it to be, but my living room was a hot mess because my husband had his clothes and shoes all over the place. And he said that he would help me clean because I told him Tuesday what I wanted to do. And he's like, well, I'll help you. I'll do as much as I can. I don't know how much I'll be able to do, but I'll do as much as I can. And I just said, just do your stuff. Just get your stuff. That's all I need you to do. Get your stuff. Which he did not do. So I just took his stuff and put it on the bed in the hopes that he would still eventually get his stuff and put it away, and he didn't. So I put it in an empty laundry basket. And that's because I I finally put my clothes away that he washed, that we started washing Sunday. I started it, he finished it. And so he separated my clothes and put them in a basket. So I finally put my stuff away yesterday. Then I just put his clean clothes inside that same basket so that he could get them, because I had to get them out of my living room. He had, just clothes and shoes and shoe boxes and, just stuff all over my sofa. And see if I can turn this a little bit. That's a little better. All over my sofa, and the shoes just all over the floor, which is common for him, and which is dangerous for me, because I am inevitably tripping over something he's got on the floor. So I did that yesterday, and then we got a call. We had to go take care of something. We were going to take the dog to the vet to get his shots, and got a call on the way to the vet about something else. We had to go take care of that, so we took the dog back home. It was just too hot to leave him in the car, even with the air on. It was just too hot. So we took him back home, which thankfully we hadn't gotten that far from home. Went to go handle the business that we had, and went to go do one other thing, ran one other errand, and then came back home and ate lunch, which at that point was basically dinner, because it was about 4:30 exactly. So I just had it as dinner, and I brought my leftovers for lunch. And he ordered the Subway, and we've had so much Subway, honey. And thankfully we took a break, and I didn't even want it yesterday. I was going to eat my leftovers, and I can't remember the name of the place. For the life of me, cannot remember the name of the place when I want to remember it. And it's a very simple name. That's the sad part. It's a very simple name. But there's this barbecue place that we found on the way to Arkansas. And it is some of the best ribs that we have had since we've been here. In the 3 years that we've been here, some of the best ribs we've had. So the husband looked it up and found a location not far from us, down a street that I'd never, when you're going somewhere, you take a certain street to get to that place on a regular basis. You go to where you're going to go. And a lot of times you don't explore past that. So on this particular street, usually when I get to the street that I normally turn down that street. I don't go any further. I never had a need to go any further. Well, it just so happens that if I had gone just a little bit further, I would have found this barbecue place. So I did that. Why did you just do that? You shouldn't have been in that lane. You should have been in this lane. It's so weird. I tell you, these people don't know how to drive down here. But anyway, so I was going to eat my leftovers from that, and he ordered the Subway. So I was like, you know what? I'll tell you what. I'll eat the Subway, half of the sandwich, and then for dinner I'll have my leftover ribs. And then I was like, you know what? Never mind. I'll just eat the Subway. So I still have my leftover ribs in there, and I've got the Subway sandwich in my bag for lunch, like I said. Some of the best ribs that we've had in 3 years. And I am going to do a review on them. I typically do a review on places, which is where the whole customer service thing comes in. Oh, by the way, that's one of the things that I do too. But I was going to go into it deeper, and I decided not to. Because I already have so many things going on, which I realized last night is that I got And I gotta purge. Have you ever had a situation where you've had your email boxes are overflowing with information? It's another information overload situation. And then you've got all of these seminars that you know will be beneficial, or you believe will be beneficial to you. And then you're seeing more, and then all of a sudden these things start colliding and you don't know where to go. I'm in that situation again. So it's time for me to purge again. But I've got 3 conferences coming up, virtual conferences, of course, coming up that I really want to be a part of. One of which, so I've signed up for all of them. One of them starts tomorrow. And then one is next week. Actually, I think 2 are next week. I have to look at my calendar again. So I put them on my calendar so I would not schedule anything else. Because what I've learned is that there's another program that I'm in. It's a 5-day challenge kind of program that I signed up for, and I signed up for it believing that I would have the time to do it. And then the first day, second day, and now the third day have come and gone, and I've not participated at all because other things have come up, or things that I was already committed to hindered me, like yesterday, hindered me from participating. Day 1, I totally forgot. Day 2, I remembered, but at the time that the call was happening, I wasn't available. I wasn't back home so that I could give my attention to it. And then last night, I couldn't do it because I was already committed to working on the book. So it's 3 days I've totally missed, and it's only a 5-day challenge. So the good thing is, and there are no replays of the live sessions. So whatever I missed in the live sessions, I just missed in the live sessions. So I'll either catch it or I won't. I don't know. Tonight. And one of the things that the coach insisted on is that we participate, which I had every intention of doing. However, things got in the way of it, so now I'm doggone it. And I really actually like this particular coach. I've taken one of their other sessions, and I really like the way that they teach. And so I gotta figure it out. I gotta start cutting back. I gotta do another purge. And then make it a priority, because it's a lot. And I've got my client this weekend. I had to cancel with her last week because we did make the trip to Arkansas, which I knew that we were probably going to do some traveling, but then we canceled the travel. So that's why I went ahead and scheduled her. But then, this is the name of the place. This is the barbecue place. Some of the best barbecue that we've had since we've been here. And see, the name is so simple, but I totally forget it every single time. It's Solman's. But yeah, let me get in the store, get my cereal, get some water, and then I'll be back to you guys. All right, so I did what I had to do. I now have 0 minutes to get to work. 0, I tell you. But I got everything I needed to get. I got the water, my cereal. They have this mixed nut bag that I like. So I got those, but I also got some probiotic fruit mix, dried fruit mix that I usually mix with the nuts, the mixed nuts, to break up some of the saltiness with the sweet. And then I got some grapes because their grapes are $1.99 a pound. So I got some black and some green. So yeah, I had to do all of that. And now it is 7:29. Yeah, 7:30. Like I said, 0 minutes to get to work. Which is why I left the house when I did, because I knew that when I got in here, I was going to get more than cereal and water, because I knew that I wanted to find the mixed nuts. I knew that I was going to get some kind of fruit. Just because it's what my body needs right now. And I did not get the juice. I need to get some cherry juice. Putting more. I need to get some cherry juice. Because when we first moved here, and I think I told this before, when we first moved here, we ate a lot of processed foods. A lot of processed foods and a lot of takeout. Because we were living with someone else for 3 months. Whoa. We lived with someone else for 3 months, and I don't mind cooking in someone's kitchen if they open their kitchen up to me. I don't mind cooking in their kitchen. But there are certain kitchens that I won't cook in. And I just would not cook in this person's kitchen. I didn't want to store food in this person's refrigerator. And there were certain things that we did end up buying as groceries, but I only cooked in their kitchen once. And it was closer to the time where it was time for us to move out. I only cooked in their kitchen once. And the only thing that I really stored in their freezer and refrigerator were things that we could eat that were frozen, that I could put in the microwave, or like lunch meats and things like that. Fresh foods, if you can call them that, like chicken and stuff like that. I only bought a little of that and put that in their freezer. And when we got ready to move, before we moved, they cooked up our chicken. I bought chicken breasts. They never buy chicken breasts, this particular family. The whole time that we were there, they did not buy chicken breasts. But I bought chicken breasts and I put it in their freezer. And before I could cook my chicken breast, they cooked my chicken breast. And this is why certain people, I don't like to put my food in their freezer. And you knew that it was ours because everything that I did store in their freezer, I left in the bags, so that there would be no mistake about whether it was theirs or ours. I left it in the bags, and they cooked our stuff anyway. I was pissed. But I took it as a loss. I said, it is what it is. I knew the possibility was there. It was something that they never ate. Because chicken breast can be expensive. Plain and simple, chicken breast can be expensive. And it was something that they didn't eat very often. I won't say they had never eaten, but they didn't eat very often because chicken breast can be expensive. But I caught some on sale, bought them, put them in their freezer, still in the grocery bag. They cooked my chicken breast. So anyway, we ate a lot of processed food. And in that time, I developed gout in my feet, specifically my big toes. And I found out that cherry juice, true cherry juice, helps alleviate the pain of the gout, because what it does is balances out the uric acid, because that is what causes gout, uric acid, a buildup or a high amount of uric acid. And cherry juice balances that out. So I was buying cherry juice and it worked. I don't know that it will work for everyone else. I'm not a doctor, but I did the research, and it actually worked for me. If it hadn't worked, I would say it didn't work. But it actually worked for me, and I noticed that because we ate so heavy during our little vacation, that my big toe on my right foot is starting to bother me. It's starting to have that pain again, which I know means that I ate too many rich foods or too much processed food. So I meant to pick up some cherry juice to counteract the uric acid right now, and totally forgot. So when I go back out, if I go back out later, or even on my way home, I'll just buy some cherry juice. But now I'm here and I need to get inside. I didn't do, like I said, much work yesterday. I didn't do much work yesterday. I did work on the book a little bit, but then my computer started acting up, so I couldn't even finish the book. And then my CEO, unfortunately, one of her grandbabies was attacked by a dog, by the neighbor's dog. So she had to go handle that, because we were literally on the phone working on the book when she got a call from her daughter that they had to rush the baby to the hospital because she had been bitten by a dog. So pray for them. I'll reach out to her today to see how things are going. So I didn't get much done yesterday. I still have videos that need to be posted up, need to be scheduled. They're edited. I just need to get them scheduled. So I'll get that done, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace and blessings. Remember to walk in your purpose and know that I appreciate you.